Tonight's homework was page 43 and 44 in our homework journal, and we're starting off by just filling in missing facts. You call them missing dimensions. It's the same thing. You could have also said factors. Okay. Number 2 is a fun multiplication and division puzzle. So you need to find the correct facts to work your way through the puzzle to get from the start to the end. So for example, the first one we did 3 times 4 is 12, divided by 2 is 6, times 6 is 36, divided by 9 equals 4. And they wrote each equation as they went. So I'm going to start here at 81, and I see I have a 6, a 9, or a 6. Well, 81 doesn't go into 6, so it must go into 9. And I'm going to say 81 divided by 9 is 9. I'm going to continue my line down. Now I can go to 9 to 42. Well, that doesn't make sense. So I'm going to go up. 9 times 4 equals 36. And then the only thing left of 36 is 6, so I'm going to divide again. 36 divided by 6 equals 6. And my last one there is 6 times 7 equals 42, and that gets me to my ending. For letter B, I'm starting at 1, and I can say 1 times 3 is, there's no 3. 1 times 6 is, there's not another 6. So it must start that diagonal again. 1 times 2 is 2. Okay. Now I have 2 divided by 18 doesn't make sense. Times 18, I don't have anything bigger. So 2 times 9, because I can't do 2 divided by 9. And 2 times 9 is 18. So I'm going to go 2 times 9 and then go diagonal again to 18. Now the only thing around 18 is 3, so I must be dividing. 18 divided by 3 is 6. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. Number 3 is a division table. So I'm dividing all of these numbers each by 6. And we get into some of our extended facts. So I know if 54 divided by 6 is 9, then 540 divided by 6, there's my fact, 54 and 9, and then 1, 0. Just like I know that 18 divided by 6 is 3, so 180 divided by 6 is 30. And if 12 divided by 6 is 2, then 120 divided by 6 must be 20. And then we'll take a look at the back for our word problems. Ryan bought 4 dozen eggs. His recipe for cookies calls for 3 eggs in each batch. How many batches of cookies can he make with the eggs he bought? So he has 4 dozen, and we need 3 eggs per batch. So this to me sounds like it's going to be a multi-step problem. I first need to know how many eggs I have. And a dozen is 12. So I'm going to start by doing 12 times 4, which is 48. And then it says his recipe calls for 3 eggs in each batch. So I'm going to do 48 divided by 3. Now we haven't talked about a lot of division strategies yet. So I'm going to just kind of think in my head as close as I can get and almost make a ratio table to work my way up to 48. So 1 times 3 is 3, so I'm going to use those extended facts. So 10 times 3 is 30, which means I'm going to count by maybe 12 times 3 is 36. So then 14 times 3 is 42. And I'm getting closer, so I'm going to count by threes now. 15 times 3 is 45. 16 times 3 is 48. So 48 divided by 3 is 16. So he can make 16 batches of cookies, which sounds like a lot of delicious cookies. And number 5, the challenge is to write a story problem to match the equation. So all of our story problems are going to be different, but somehow we're going to have 36, and we're going to split up into 5, and we're going to need to have 1 left over. So whether you are splitting up cookies, you have 1 cookie left over, or maybe you have kids going somewhere in a car and there's 1 kid that doesn't fit in the car, or we're doing groups in class, your equation is up to you. They're all going to be a little bit different. So I'll go back through if you are just checking your work. This is the front page. And the back. And again, that word problem is going to be your own story. And that's the homework.